Throughout the years of Yu-Gi-Oh, there has always been an established meta. And that meta goes on to influence what people typically play at the larger events. But what if you took a list of every deck from the September 2011 meta, randomized them, and put them into their own single elimination bracket tournament, allowing for exactly one of every different type of deck to be represented? In this series, Joe and I will be playing out a full single elimination bracket tournament. Each week, Joe and I will be playing a different deck, and whatever deck wins will move on, and whatever deck loses will be eliminated. The goal of this series is to see if the traditional meta will reign supreme, or if a new champion will be crowned. Be prepared for jank winning, meta losing, and for the format as we know it to be turned upside down. Welcome to the Tournament of Tournaments.
All right, we're back with it again in top four, busting out my junk Doppel, and naturally Joe forgot his deck overview, so we'll just hop over and look at his as well. But basically, we're trying the junk Doppel. The advantage we got is we got the Royal Decree in the main deck, and I was a little sneaky, guys. I'll be honest, I'm a little sneaky. The deck on the website, I didn't really like the side deck. One, because it wasn't on Puppet Plant, and I feel like any deck on Spore should be on Puppet Plant. So I made a slight adjustment and put 2 Puppet Plant in. I didn't want to go too crazy. I didn't add any extra decrees or MSTs or anything like that because I didn't want to be too unfair. But I wanted to see if I could catch Joe off guard with these little Puppet Plants in the side deck because, honestly, I just genuinely think they should be there. We got quite a few dead cards in this matchup in the side in general, so it is what it is. But yeah, we're going to full send. Hope maybe the Decree can snag me a win in game 1 and we can kind of close things out. But, we'll just have to see what happens, and we'll just jump over and I'll cover what deck Joe is playing too. All right, here's Joe's deck. Pretty standard. It's basically the same thing he ran in like 2012 at the YCS that he topped with. So it's his bread and butter, it's his baby, and I want to take this thing out of the tournament so bad. So let's see if I can do it. All right, Tournament of Tournaments, episode 62. And today is a historical day, because I'm going to knock Heroes out of Tournament of Tournaments. I believe in it. We got the Junk Doppel. That's my special deck. I think I can do it, Joe. I'm going to take it out. I don't want to see that ugly-ass Neos Alias anymore.
We'll see.
Let's see.
You have Decree in your deck, so a little bit enough to help out.
I do have main deck Decree. That is good. And I won because I got the dub with Inferni, so I actually go second, which is not the best start. But that's okay. Did you break?
No, I didn't break.
Damn it.
No breaking. Just thinking. Just in case you have Thunder King, I'll put Stratos in my hand.
All right. We'll draw. Anything?
No.
I said and pass.
Effects.
Sure. I'm assuming you're popping your own back row.
No. Not currently. I guess if it's Raikou, I really don't want you to pop a back row. Cool.
18. I'll draw. Standby main. I think what we'll do is we'll set another one and set and pass.
So you held decree the first turn, so you didn't want me to pop your decree? I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. I can respect that.
Summon is fine. Okay. Fair enough. We'll end phase decree.
I'm gonna think for a sec. I will use Dark Prime.
Unlucky. Alright. Well, I'll draw for turn. And we will just activate a nice little dark hole. I will normal summon the junk synchron and activate the effect.
Resolves.
We will special summon the Raikou.
You just have like the junk warrior and what? Caster? Okay. Yep, that's fine.
I will synchro. Let's make librarian.
Oh yeah, librarian too. He exists. Yep, that's fine.
I'm not really sure I even want to attack here though. It's kind of stinky. Let's special the level leader.
Sure.
Special summon quick draw. Okay. And well, that's pretty unfortunate. Yeah, we'll just pass. Oh yeah. Why'd you take so long to slam that?
So I had this too, but if you had Tragodia, I was gonna Reborn your Raikou to keep you off of a light in the graveyard, and I was just thinking like, do I want to use Reborn or do I want to use Miracle Fusion? I'm not gonna use both because both put it out, like both are enough to kill you. But I was trying to see like, was it better to use Miracle Fusion or better to use Monster Reborn?
I see. Yeah, that back row was kind of ideal.
Yeah.
Little unlucky, but that's okay. We gotta go first this time, so maybe it'll be more fun.
I had fun.
I bet you did. All right. Not bad. I'm going to start with a Rhoda.
Resolves.
And we will add Doppel to the hand.
Okay.
I'll then discard to special summon.
Okay.
Normal summon junk synchron, activate effect. Okay. Well, we'll just pass.
Yep.
What will you do against my army of weenies?
That's a good question.
Cyber Dragon's fine. Ooh, we fusing with the boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess because your deck has no defense, I'm gonna use my Cyber Dragon to attack Junk Synchron and then do that main phase 2. Like, looking at your deck list, there's nothing you can do to stop that. So can you take 100 more, so 800?
So I take
800, yeah. 'Cause it's the Cyber Dragon that's going to attack Junk Synchron, then main phase 2 all contact.
Sure.
Like when you special Cyber and they have a machine, you're always just like, must do it immediately, but...
Must slurp.
Yeah.
We'll end phase.
Okay.
Okay. I will draw for turn. Well, it's a little awkward, but I kind of have to do it.
Tribute summon for Cyber, attack over. No.
I wish I was that good at the game. It's just normal summon Junk Synchron, but there's no effect.
Okay.
And then we'll synchro for, we'll do Big Chungus.
Yeah.
So he's currently at 31.
Okay. So I take 11. And how much are those guys?
Yeah, no. 400 each.
Okay.
Well, we can adjust this.
No worries. Oh, we have the new... Yeah.
Pretty,
Yeah.
is it? Yeah, it's 400 attack and defense.
Cool.
All right. Main phase 2, we'll set a dingus and pass. We'll space one of them. That one.
I see a theme is evolving here.
Battle phase. Actually, I'm gonna do this. This actually makes some sense.
I take 31 still?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. Your move.
Alright, go.
Big dingus swinging in. Oh my god. Alright, go ahead.
Oh, this draw has unlocked a lot. This draw is, this is a good draw. What is the defense of that fella? Is he like a 12 or something?
1300.
13? Okay, that's close.
He's 1300.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, how do I want to do this? Alright, there's no way you have Valor in your deck.
No Valor is correct.
Attack the middle fella.
Sure.
Go.
Draw.
Yeah.
Interesting. Normal summon debris.
Sure.
I guess I have to synchro. Here.
Are you using the effect?
Actually, look.
Could you have? You have no effect.
Can't. I don't think.
All right, I need to think for a second. These are level 2s.
They're level 1s.
Level 1s.
Yeah.
So you can go into nothing.
Oh wait, actually,
Okay.
Can I not?
No, that's
roll
fine.
someone to
That's
play? There's literally no play.
Yeah. You can set him.
Yeah. I thought I had Orient, and I was like, I could just like make Orient.
Yeah, I
and
thought about
attempt
Orient
to
too.
Something.
You're just not playing Orient.
Yeah, I'll just pass.
Attack, attack.
Sure. Draw.
Now Cyber Dragon, Leeching the Light stuff. Kill me.
I wish. It's actually so close to being like insanely good, and it's just like a single card off from being insanely good.
A light.
I'll just set a card and pass. Summon is fine.
Yeah.
Big dingus.
Priced me into it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
What's Tragodia? 18 here. Feel like it's worth it.
Alright.
No drag?
No drag.
You're at 35.
Yeah.
Alright, go.
Draw. Standby main phase. I kind of have to just do this. So attempt.
Alright.
Interesting. Normal summon.
No response.
Attack directly.
I accept.
Go ahead. Do I lose?
I mean, it kind of depends on some things, but we'll see.
I have to negate that.
Yeah.
Have the miracle. Do you have the hero, though?
I
Is
do
my
not,
question.
as currently constituted. However, I do have Max C. So, how afraid am I of Gores? Or of, I guess Gore, but Battle Fader or something. That's the question. Do I take the coward's approach or what?
That's up to you.
I know it is, but what do I do? Yeah, if you have Gores, I guess I have to do it this way. I don't think you have. All right, that I had a good feeling about.
Yeah, this was so unlucky. I literally had like the perfect, like it was like my hand was like really ideal if not for exactly Max C turn one, because then I actually get, it was going to be Librarian Drill Warrior draw one.
Yeah.
I also had a sneaky little puppet plan in here.
Oh.
So like low key, if I didn't,
What's crazy is I almost didn't go for game because this is super poly and I can't use it if the Maxi's not in my hand to discard. Maybe I shouldn't have summoned Cyber Dragon and then I could just Miracle Fusion, attack Thunder King, and pass. That's a little bit more of a conservative play that doesn't go for game, but then I would have just lost a puppet plant.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I was thinking. I was like, there is a very real world where this puppet plant just catches me the win. Like, I run, track, Gores, all of them. I just didn't see any of them either game, and so I was like, well, this is kind of disappointing. And also, I kept saying, like, I was one card away because it was like, for both things, like, one, I had the like, one off of the Dark Armed. So like a junk synchron, just bringing something back gets the dark armed on the field or anything. But then it was also the like if I had like any tuner, I could just normal. I had mind control puppet plant, so like a spore just goes off so hard. I just needed a tuner. I didn't have a tuner either, so I was just kind of sitting there with like the most like half full hand I could ever have, and it's really depressing.
The dark hole was a tough when because I had dark bribe set, but
Yeah,
it's just tough because it feels like you had
if you
dead
bribe,
draws,
I could
and it's
heavy.
like you drawing into a card. Like with just torrential, I felt like that was enough defense. Like just torrential.
Yeah.
If I dark bribe, then I have the super poly live and the torrential live, but I can't torrential first. I have the super poly first, and then I have the torrential, and it's sort of awkward to do both in the same turn for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So I feel like just letting it resolve and then using only torrential was safe, but that was why I sat there and thought for a little bit.
Well, and the thing about this deck is it's kind of like all in or all out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't really want to sit. You like this deck can't just sit around doing nothing. So like even in game one, like I knew there was a risk you had torrential,
Yeah,
but I was like, I was like, there's a world where you would torrential the librarian on summon, and so like or even like the level leader just for the thing. And so I thought maybe I could get away with the Drill Warrior, and then I just got Astro punished by the one of Torrential. It was just so sad. Plus my blind space is hitting 2 dead Hero Blasts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I drew that E-Call, like I had this, Super Poly, and... I mean, you hit all my Hero Blasts, but... Like, I was just sitting here with, like, this combination of cards. Like...
Yeah, you just needed the hero.
Yeah, because I had a counter, a good defensive trap, but then 2 hero-specific quick plays.
Yeah, this deck is just so crazy strong, man. Like, low-key, I think it's, like, one of the best decks in Tegu format. Every bit of it, because, like, one thing your build isn't on is Honest. And I think Honest adds a whole nother level of variance to heroes, where, like, it forces you to play so awkwardly. Like... So, like, I would consider, like, if you had Honest in the build, it actually elevates the deck quite a bit. And we're seeing, like, heroes without Honest, and it's still just, like, the most oppressive garbage in the entire... Like, there's just so many situations, I feel like, where it's, like, where, like, if you have this, I just lose. And, like, there's so many cards, like, combination of the cards that can result in, like, I get fucked here. So, like, it's so frustrating to play against it. It's, like, grueling.
I had to take out all my traps because you have Decree in the deck. Again.
Yeah.
I'm down to, like, 7 traps.
I mean, I only had the 2 Decree.
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's just between the Decree... It's one of those things where it's not worth having MST or Heavy Storm in my deck because you only have 2 Decrees. But that means I absolutely lose to it. I have Gemini Spark and I have Stratos effect, so it's not like I'm completely blind dead to it. Those are my traps.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, those are like
the best ones.
That makes sense.
I mean, with the hero.
I mean, most heroes do cut down as well. Like most hero decks do the same thing where they'll switch to like lances inside or something just to like.
But even lances
and like super polys.
Like lance is not defensive. It doesn't do anything. You have nothing but dark hole. So I mean, it was super poly, which is marginal at best, but it's something. And then like Maxi and Cyber.
Yeah, super poly is hard for me too because I drop a lot of darks. You know what I'm saying? Like
there's no dark.
Most of the monsters I summon are darks.
Esquiadara's not out yet.
Yeah, it's not out. So that's why Super Poly is like tough for you to like put in, but it makes sense like if you have nothing else. But hey, in the grand finals, you gotta beat Infernity next, you know, and I get to go first. So maybe I can take this deck out in finals with a dummy Infernity combo 2 games in a row. You know, that's what we're praying for.
We'll see.
All right, guys, you don't need to see the bracket. We got Heroes versus Infernity in the grand finals. But that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode of Tournament of Tournaments. As a reminder, we release new episodes of the series every single Friday. So make sure you guys are subscribed not only to me, but also to Joe to help support the series and also stay up to date on when we release new episodes. We'll give a quick shout out to the Patreons. So shout out to Beast Eyes, Slap God, My Dude, Photo Shooty, Brian Ford, and Sven Olbrand. Thank you guys so much for the support. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and have a great time doing today.